So what else would you say, what's the next step
Well,
for Forever Agent?
Another step is that we're spending a lot of time inviting our forever agents to make a distinction between micro and macro approaches to serving the public, okay? And the micro has a lot to do with the psychology of sales. Mm-hmm. I said this to you the last time, Lucy, when before I get into real estate sales, I was in insurance sales and management, and this is decades ago. And at that time, everybody who sold life insurance, because you were a life insurance salesperson, just like somebody's a real estate salesperson, mm-hmm. It was all about selling. Back then, we had something called DISC. We still have that today because it started in 1929. And that was to basically read people's personality types. Now, that's great when agents do that as a self-discovery tool because that's profoundly valuable. That's DISC testing. But the industry's corrupted that because we actually have people doing DISC guessing. Like right now, I'd be thinking, are you a D? Are you an I? Are you an S? Are you a C? It's pretty tough to do without a test, okay? Or how the brain works. That's at the micro level. Or 6 different closing ideas. See, the industry has a scripting fetish, okay? It's all about scripts. That's at the micro level. But almost all of the top agents always tell me this, Alan. Alan, I get 90% of my listing presentations that I convert into a represented home seller. So their challenge isn't at the micro level. It isn't because instead of saying, how does this sound to you? Because you're auditory, they should have said, how does this look to you? Because you're visual. These are power games. Right. They don't make that much of a difference because according to National Association of Realtors, homeowners only bring in 75% of the time, they only bring in one agent. But top producers, it's 95% of the time. So a lot of what the industry focuses on is a solution in search of a problem that doesn't exist. All of the top producers say, Alan, 2 things. My success has more to do with my marketing than my selling. And my biggest challenge isn't converting listing presentations, it's having more appointments. It's being able to make more marketing presentations. All of that takes place at the macro level. Mm-hmm. All of the challenges coming to the industry are at the macro level. Prop tech, okay, third-party portals, discounts, all fees are negotiable, but hundreds of millions of dollars are going to be invested to disrupt listing agents. They're coming at the listing side rainmakers, and they're coming at them at the macro level because they can't touch them at the micro level. We've got great salespeople. We're interpersonal, okay? People like realtors. We don't have an image problem. We have a value problem. We've got to do a better job of competing at the macro level, but you can't compete at the macro level, Lucy, without content. And that goes back to all of the one of those 4 things, the mantra, the marketing plan, the manifesto, and the movement. We put a lot of detail and a lot of effort into developing consumer and client-centric content at the marketing level, okay, which is the macro level. See, most times you'll hear realtors say this, when's our next sales meeting? They don't say as frequently, when's our next marketing meeting?
That's true.
And yet their success has everything to do with how they're going to compete through the marketing, social media marketing, digital, and at the macro level, because we're overkilling the micro level. But you have to understand why. Coaches provide a great service to the industry, but the coaches coach generically. They can't coach you on your content. They can't coach you on your brand because they don't have access. They don't develop. For example, they're not going to say, oh, I created a move-up system for you. I created a lifestyle planning guide for you. I created moving with pets for you. Here's how you, and so therefore the whole conversation goes back decades ago to just business planning, goal setting, okay, handling objections. We're still having people talking about making listing presentations.
Yeah, and it's not, when you are talking about listing presentation, you're actually making a listing presentation.